Hi folks, and welcome back to the channel. And today on my DIY we're going to be doing flooring. Now it's come to the point where in my kitchen renovation, this is actually the whole project basically, because the kitchen's out there and this is also a second kitchen. So it's come to the point where I need flooring. So I've actually gone for something like this, which is actually from Wickes. It's a 12mm thick board. Now you can use wood. I've chosen laminate because it's much more easier to clean and wood is a bit of a bitch. And besides that, it's like 4 times cheaper than wood. You can get good quality and bad quality. Now this laminate flooring has got a 4.5 review, which is pretty good really. Okay, if it had 5 out of 5, there'd be something drastically wrong because you'll always get someone complaining about something, wouldn't you? So where do we buy our flooring from? Well, the best idea is to phone round on the net, see what the prices are like, get in your head what you want to buy. And the best idea is to go straight to a DIY store and choose some off the shelf. Now, if you want measurements for your room, the best idea is to get someone to come and measure it for you. I know this sounds a bit cheeky, but phone up the nearest carpet place or place that sells flooring, get them to come and give you a quote before you do the job. And they'll actually tell you how much you need to do the floor and also give you an expensive price for doing the job because it can be pricey. It's always labor that comes into the equation. Now for me, I got mine from Wickes and I can't question about the quality. I've chosen a product that's 4.5 reviews, so that's got to be pretty good. There is some on there that's really, really ropey and I stayed away from that. Now this board I got is 12mm. Now personally, that's the minimum I'd have gone to, 12mm. Any less than that and you're talking about some super thin stuff. If you want super thin stuff, go for it. It's half the price of everything else and it'll probably be down 5 minutes and you'll be ripping it back up because it's all falling to pieces. Or it could be good, I don't know. I always go for the 12mm, but I think that's better. The best idea before you even start, you need to calculate your room size. Best idea is to go down onto B&Q or Wickes' website. And down on there, you'll find a calculation. As you can see this from this bit of video, first thing I've done is gone down online, onto Wickes, chosen the product. I've already seen the product in store. So now we're going to move across and it's got the calculation. Now, first and foremost, you need to put in your size of your room. See that? And there we go. And there's your calculation. And it also tells you how much it's going to cost. And that's around 250 quid, but isn't bad. And don't forget, you do need your underlay. Whether you've gone for wood flooring, laminate, or whatever, you now need to work on the floor itself. Now, before you decide, if you've gone for something like laminate or wood or anything like that, you do need to have some good quality subfloor. And for me, I'll let you know what I've done. I bought this stuff for underlay. Now, this is really, really good stuff. I'll show you a close-up of it. Now, you can put this on wood flooring or laminate or any type of flooring. And you see, it's quite easy. I think you can see that all right. It's very spongy. So what happens is, with the flooring, if you've got an uneven flooring like mine, I'll show you in a minute exactly what my flooring's like and then you'll get a good idea. This will actually take out some of the, what I call the wave lines. Because when you've done if you're going over to the top of something, there's always going to be a problem with something. Whatever it is, if it's a concrete floor, you're going to need to put something over the top of the floor first. And usually it's a big plastic sheet. And this sheet goes down and then you start putting the underlay on top of that. Now I will let you in for a tip. Now I've used proper builders polythene to go down on concrete first. And I can tell you now, be very careful if you've got an old building and you can create damp with that plastic sheet under your flooring. Now, don't ask me why. I've got no idea what the cause or how it works, but for some reason, when you've got central heating on and you've got your nice warm room it'll grow mold. So you've got to be very, very careful. Especially in old houses. In modern houses, you haven't got that problem because your houses are probably built of wood and not of stone. So like for me, and like for you, I'll take it you've now ordered your flooring and your underlay, whichever one you decide to go for. You've already got the idea of what you're going to be doing. So let's have a quick look at the tools you need. Aluminium spacers. You can also get the standard spacers, which is actually chopped down board, which is a cheap route. And there's other spacers there. Now this is the ones you'll probably more likely go for because that's what your DIY shops sell. So what are the main tools we need? Well, let's have a look. You need a spirit level, and this is one of those little blocks. Now you need this for banging your wood or laminate. You don't bang too hard. A mallet, a square, and this is also another little tool for your wood. You can just imagine you hammer this piece and that just pulls it in. You do need the chisel and a marker of some description and some tape. You definitely need your ruler and a knife. Now this is all really great, but I think you've missed something, Steve. No, we haven't. So let's have a look at the other tools, the power tools. So if you want the big boys toys, this is one of them, circular saw. Now that's really, really good. And that's great for doing all sorts of different things. You've got your standard saw and you've got your jigsaw. Now you do need your jigsaw quite regularly. So that's the tools. I just love my power tools. In fact, that's the easiest bit. Now I'll show you my room and I'll show you what I had to do to get my room ready. So this is the flooring at the moment. Over here is where I had a little bit of a problem. And it goes all the way across. So I actually filled this to make it level. That isn't the proper way of doing things by a long shot, but if you had the same problem as me, you'd realise there is a bigger problem there. And all this flooring has been put down and there's like little, it's all uneven, let's say, all the way across. So that's how my flooring looks. It looks a bit all over the shop, doesn't it? Now remember, when you're doing a room, you'll see on a lot of these websites and a lot of these videos that they do, they always pick on a square room, a perfect square. So in the next video, I'm going to be showing you where to start. We'll put down the underlay and also we'll start putting down the flooring. So that's coming up very, very shortly. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please subscribe and please share, and don't forget, this is a series on doing your flooring. There is a link down in the description to previous videos, and don't forget the series will be a playlist, so you can actually go to the playlist and start from the beginning, and we'll go down through. And we're going to be covering going through doorways, obviously putting the floor down, cutting the laminate flooring. Obviously we're dealing in this with laminate flooring, I'm not doing wood, but it's a similar thing. And we'll see you again very shortly on the Crazy Baker channel. Laters!